All right. So one of the main questions that we get is how do you find good tenants for your properties? How do you attract more of the right tenants to your properties? And I would say that technology has made this really easy. So the software that we use to rent out our properties is called Appfolio. That's our property management software. And we're a huge fan of it. Now, Appfolio doesn't necessarily have any features that these other property management softwares don't, especially when it comes to leasing properties. So if you have enough properties to utilize a property management software, if you are managing your own properties, especially, then these softwares make it really easy for you to lease your properties because you input the pictures, you input the description into the software, and then it pushes it out to 40, 50, 60 websites that make their money by attracting people looking for places to rent and connecting them with the appropriate people. Generally, it's of no cost to you. However, if you are just trying to lease out your properties, if you only have like one or two, you don't have property management software yet, or you use a property manager once you get the properties leased, then I would say Zillow has a fantastic platform that would help you rent the property out pretty quick from the background check to the application, collecting the fees, and even collecting your monthly rent afterwards. I think Zillow right now is still doing that thing that entry level softwares do where they don't charge you for anything just because they're trying to build a user base and a following. And then probably once they perfect it and get it to their satisfaction, they're probably going to make it a paid for platform. However, right now, I believe that Zillow is still free. As far as attracting good applications, good residents, I think that has everything to do, just like any other product in the world, with the presentation, right? So Apple kind of blew away the world with its super simplistic packaging whenever it introduced that, because most of the things were packaged very oddly, right? But Apple really put a lot of emphasis on how they present. I think you can learn a lot from that on the real estate side. And I think that we attract above average applicants for two reasons. First off, because the way that we present all of our properties, we go above and beyond to make sure that these are quality properties that we're putting up for rent. We're very professional in our interactions with applicants. We're very straightforward on our expectations of them and their expectations of us. And also, I think that our screening process, determining what's a deal breaker for you and what you're willing to work with. So for us, we don't count any medical debt against anyone. So if a hospital says that you owe them $300,000, you can apply for us and we'll never hold that against you. That might be a deal breaker for some people, but I would say whatever your criteria is, be consistent with it and do it at the same time every time, and also be very familiar with your equal fair housing opportunities laws and make sure that you do not violate any of those. If you're not familiar with what those are, I would recommend that you reach out to your local area board of realtors and see if they can give you some additional information on that. I recently stopped by one of our local equal housing opportunity offices, ones that stick up for the rights of residents who have been discriminated against or somehow unfairly treated. And they were not interested in working with us to kind of come in and do any sort of training for us. They, I guess, are only reactive. I have to assume that they are the opposite of how most people would react, and that most people would love to teach you how to treat people better and make sure that you don't violate any of these things unknowingly, because they say ignorance is never an excuse. So make sure that you go above and beyond to educate yourself in that manner. Other than that, make sure that you treat people extraordinarily well, be very professional, and present your properties very, very well. We like to think through the lens of we're going to hold on to these properties for the next 50, 70, 100 years even, and we want to partner with people to keep them in really good shape. We are not interested in having any deferred maintenance on our properties. We're not interested in having routine issues that we do not fix. If somebody complains about something not working appropriately, we fix it. Now, if it's something that they contributed to, we do charge them back for however much it costs us to fix, but nonetheless, we do not want anything on our properties broken. And I think once you regularly do that, once you get in the rhythm of doing that, good people have good friends, and you're going to get a reputation, and then word of mouth is going to be very advantageous for you for always doing the right thing by everybody and always providing an above average platform.
Thanks for watching that clip. I thought that was a good question. And I think you can ask good questions too. Join us every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for a live stream Q&A where we answer plenty of questions just like this one. In the meantime, consider subscribing to the channel if you want more of this content. And if you want to increase your deal flow, analyze properties better, and help me feed my family, click the link below for a free 7-day trial of PropStream.